Let's go over the Centaur Cleric over here that I have turned into a Crusader. Let's start with the actual Crusader itself. We are a healer. We get 400 support power. That seems like a lot. Some extra mana. We get to wear bucklers or shields. Our holy symbol increases critical heal chance and crit heal amount for me and my allies. That is a ground targeted AoE healing. Illuminate becomes more powerful. It just heals more, right? It ticks twice for 500 something with my current shitty gear. And then a flash of light. Whenever I use this one to stun or blind even, it heals allies adjacent to the enemy target. So that is the Crusader things. We get a Crusader passive. Protects an ally who has lost more than 50% of the health with a barrier equal to 10% of their maximum health for 15 seconds when I heal them. Every 15 seconds, right? It's just passive, it's pretty nice. Barrier, pretty good. And then we have Blessed Protection Power. Place a barrier on all group members that prevents some damage. And the cluster here is just for crit heal and crit amount. I have statted with the Int and Spirit just for the healing. Maybe with the amount of barrier things that we have, it's not bad to just get some Constitution in there as well, because that increases the barrier bonuses. Maybe that's more efficient, but this is what we're rocking with right now. Alright, the base abilities of this guy is the Flash of Light. You start out with that. It blinds my target, single damage, single target, and because of my promotion, it heals friendlies next to that one. Holy Symbol is the ground targeted healing. We got passive cluster here and passive stats there too. Go down in here into Tend Wounds, which heals one target and myself for a little bit every 2 seconds over 8 seconds. Another passive cluster down here. The Holy Aura is a thing that you toggle on and it stays on. Increases group members max health by 1250. That's nice. Middle here, Circle of Life. We get to revive 5 players in a 6 meter radius. It's kind of just a prereq, but it can be good. Long cooldown though. Long cooldown, 600 seconds. Divine Presence is a buff that we put on friendlies for 12 seconds, buffing their personal damage modifier by 7%. That means 7% damage reduction, and they deal increased melee damage. It's just the damage reduction is just very strong, that's why I have that. The Noble Purpose is some resource recovery for myself for every 100 health that I heal. Down here we got the Strength in Numbers. While I am blocking, I heal myself and the group for 50% of the damage I receive while blocking. Then in here, Illuminate heals the group and restores some resources. So those are all the things. I didn't take a domain because we are a cleric and we have access to Runecaster, which is an amazing skill. Sanctuary, 2000 auras, and Reactive Barrier gives me some support power and a shield. And we have Stalwart in here, which gives my group 15% damage reduction while I am blocking, and it reflects fire, ice, and electric damage back. But I took this just for the blocking part of this, just to buff the team with damage reduction. Then we got some passives for our miners. We have taken God's Reach, so we have some hammer mastery, and that just means that we get an extra slot in here for I don't know, a hammer. We can swap into the ranged tray and throw some hammers. I needed some passive. There weren't really a lot of them. It gives us some support power, right, on the discipline itself if you get them ever upgraded like that. And then the Blessed Symbol is another passive. When we drop below 50% health, we get 15 crit healing and crit healing amount for 20 seconds. Just some minor passives in there to buff things up a little bit. Alright, so let's start with what we have on our bar over here. Number 1, the Holy Symbol that looks like this. Put something on the floor and just ticks for a while. and applies some healing to myself and these friendly dummies over here. Kind of straightforward, it lasts for a while. Yeah, you kind of want to stay in there if you need to get healed, right? Number 2, heals my target, and it heals myself too. For a little bit over 8 seconds, takes every 2 seconds. If you get the hammer in here, you get another tray, right? And we can put dodge on this tray. So if we need to dodge, we can swap trays between block and dodge. Pretty cool. All right, let's get back to the skills. Number 3 is the illuminate. You're not gonna see it on the dummies because they're not part of my group, but it looks something like that, and they just pulses and heals a little bit as well. The group members. Divine Presence. That is damage reduction right there for 12 seconds, and a little bit of melee power damage boost, but I care most about the buff in there. Number 5 is Blessed Protection, puts a barrier, as you can see, on myself and on the group. Number 6 is something that you always want to be having on, toggles, and then you can see a small bar running where it just pulsates. But the Holy Aura just gives us 1250 life bomb, max health increase. It's just free life, right? Why would you not want that one? Number 7, a Sanctuary from our Major. It is a gigantic area, as you can see, where we just have 2000 auras in there. It's wonderful. Number 8 is a stun. It stuns the target in front or like on your reticle, and then heals friendlies around it. Number 9 is our Centaur passive, which makes us run around like this, like crazy person. I keep it on the bar because I think it's good. It knocks people away and knocks them quite far away, so that is a nice little thing to have. And then lastly but not least, we have the Revive. Long as cast time, can revive up to 5 dead people, and long cooldown, but that can be very, very, very useful. If some people died in some AoE, right, you get them all back up. We have our ultimate as well. He has 2 ults, but we use the healing ult. It just heals the group, increases critical strike, and as all ults, it removes CC and applies CC immunity and some damage reduction. Looks very flashy. When we're glowing blue like this, we are immune to CC. So you can see the duration there. How long it lasts for some CC immunity and some damage reduction. So that is about all that the Cleric has got in the toolkit here. So mostly what you will be doing is just make sure you have the buffs up, right? Put some barriers on the team, keep the damage reduction buffs up, and keep blocking, because of the Stalwart, we are providing 15% damage reduction to my group as long as we're blocking. While we're blocking, we're also healing our group for any damage that we take. So as long as you have stamina, you want to be kind of want to be blocking, right? And then you just throw in some heals now and again as needed. But mostly your job is to keep blocking and keep those buffs running, right? Make sure you use your buffs on cooldown, your barriers on cooldown, get some blocks up in between, and just chuck in a little bit of heals, and there you go. Very straightforward, but I think it's a great support class. I chose the Centaur because of the free support power and attack power buff as well. So straightforward, Cleric, Healer, Crusader, but I think a very powerful one.